Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000s.
Come on, Magnolia Shorty. Come on. Let's go.
28-year-old Renetta Lowe, better known to her fans as Magnolia Shorty, was gunned down yesterday, along with another man.
Like she just was different, man. She was different, bro, and you know she was a light, man. Anytime she go to any party, she pick that mic up, she gonna hold it down for that know you, man.
Fans are turning to the internet to mourn the loss of the second female rapper to sign on with Cash Money Records, a national label that began here in the Crescent City.
People used to jump on the mic before she get on the mic because when she get on it, it's over. She shut the whole club down. It's over.
She was a pioneer because she was original. She was authentic. She was a real one that held it down for New Orleans and for the Magnolia Project.
From Magnolia Shorty, they official like a referee with a whistle, been landing with a missile. Bloom.
Hear that she lost her life to this senseless violence that seems to be cyclical in this city. You know, you kind of would think after Katrina, kind of had a clean slate per se, and maybe people would realize the value of life.
LaTanya, unfortunately, New Orleans police do not have any information regarding any suspects or motive in this case.
Websites have actually crashed tonight because fans have been uploading pictures and posting messages in honor of Magnolia Shorty.
It ain't what she just meant to me, it's what she meant to Louisiana, it's what she meant to New Orleans. You know, she was like the queen of bounce. You know, she just was somebody that you let her be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she just was the best at what she do. I mean, I'm really speechless right now because it really ain't sunk in yet. It really ain't sunk in yet.
Renetta Lowe was born on September 30th, 1982 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but her heart and roots were firmly planted in New Orleans. Life in Louisiana wasn't easy, but it was filled with raw talent. She was raised in the Magnolia Projects, one of the city's most infamous housing developments. In 1939, the federal government, through the U.S. Housing Authority, launched public housing programs during the Great Depression to provide safe, affordable housing for working-class families. The Magnolia Projects were one of several developments funded under this initiative. Officially known as the C.J. Peet Housing Development, they were constructed in 1941 for African American families. The development was near Flint Goodrich Hospital, the main medical facility that treated Black residents at the time.
During the days of Jim Crowism, Flint Goodrich Hospital was the only hospital in Louisiana where Black physicians could practice medicine. At Charity Hospital and a few other state-owned institutions, Black patients were placed in C and W wards. The colored wards were often located in a cold, damp basement. Flint Goodrich was the only salvation for Black patients.
However, by the 1980s and 1990s, the Magnolia Projects had deteriorated due to systemic neglect, economic disinvestment, and the crack cocaine epidemic. The area became one of the most violent in New Orleans, with gangs engaging in deadly turf wars. At its peak, the Magnolia Projects had a higher murder rate than any other housing development in the city.
I done seen people get held up at gunpoint. You know, I done ran for my life trying to dodge a drive-by. You gotta be from there to understand that.
I mean, these little kids ain't even 5 and 6 years old. They done seen murders right there on the spot. You know, I seen a murder at 4 years old right here on this very post. I mean, look around. Look, what you see? You tell me what you see. You see a bunch of mansions around here? Do you?
No.
Okay, well, that's reality. That's what I'm talking about. It don't even get no realer than this, you know? But I bet you one thing, every person back here probably own a gun. So that's what we talk about.
And that's real.
That's real.
Like Percy Miller, aka Master P, she turned to music as her way out. From a young age, Renetta was surrounded by the sounds of bounce music, a genre born in the streets of New Orleans.
Bounce music is fast, high tempo. It's more of a gospel feeling to me. You have no choice but to move and dance. It brings joy. Like bounce music in New Orleans, oh my God.
That's what people know about bounce music. It's fun. It's gonna make you dance. It's gonna represent your hood.
Growing up in the area, she was surrounded by future stars like Soulja Slim, Juvenile, and BG, two of whom would later become part of the Hot Boys or affiliated with Cash Money. Her nickname was given to her by Slim, who recognized her talent and presence in the neighborhood. This early cosign helped her gain respect in the local music scene.
She knew she was a star at a young age. She was destined for starting just by her personality, and her confidence.
She began performing bounce music in her early teens, and her reputation quickly spread.
Put your work in with, that's my boy, that's my boy, that's my boy, my boy, my boy.
She was already collaborating with a local artist when she caught the attention of Birdman. Brian Williams, Cash Money rap artist BG, also put a bug in Birdman's ear about her.
I mean, I bought her the Cash Money when she was like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? With her first LP, Monkey on the, you know what I'm saying? Yep. When I heard that song, I brought her the Baby liked it. We put a beat on it, you know what I'm saying? Me, Juve, and Wayne did a song with her. She did a couple of more songs, and the rest history.
Founded in 1991, Birdman and his brother Ronald Williams started Cash Money Records as a small independent label inspired by the fictional Cash Money brothers from the 1991 film New Jack City.
I mean, we was 7 years independent before we got a deal, so I kind of studied the game. I watched Russell Simmons a lot. I watched Puff. I watched Suge. I watched P. I watched James Smith. I like Suave House. Everybody who was doing what I wanted to do. So I watched the moves that they made. I read on them, stayed on point, because I knew if I ever got my shot, I was going to be faced the same obstacles, and I was going to walk the same path, and I just was going to try to make different decisions, you know what I'm saying, when my turn came. So them was my models of the game. I got my federal tax ID number in 89, you know what I'm saying? So my first release was like 91, you know what I'm saying? So we were just shuffling, you know what I'm saying? My first release, I lost. You know, my first year or two, I lost, but I lost to learn, you know. I didn't know it took so much. This really is this ain't a 9 to 5, it's a 9 to 12. You know what I'm saying? You gonna grind, you got to work, and at home it's different. We used to have to I used to be out there myself, putting up posters, pacing up, you know, people's doors, and, you know, just trying to make this work for me. But I just looked at it like, every day that I work hard for it, I'm getting closer to my goals and what I'm trying to really accomplish in this game. So, I mean, whatever it took, me and my brother, we was out there. I don't care, we did holes in the wall. We was from project to project. Wherever it had to go, that's where we had to go.
One thing that I want to know is, why do you never see him? Why does he never talk? I never hear anything from him.
That's him, though. That's how my daddy was. He just laid back, he cool. Slim don't say too much, but he observe everything.
Okay, so he's a dude, he's the watching kind of dude.
At the end of the day, he the shot caller. Slim calling all the shots. If my brother, if we disagree and I don't like it, at the end of the day, it's still his call. I look at him like my daddy. At the end of the day, he the man in my life, so whatever he say goes to me.
Birdman, who was building a roster of young talent from New Orleans, saw her potential and brought her into the Cash Money fold. From there, her career took off even more, cementing her place as one of the most influential voices in the bounce movement. She made her mark in the early 90s, stepping into the Cash Money fold alongside the first woman to sign Ms. T. Her fierce delivery and bounce-driven style quickly made her a standout. She worked closely with artists like Juvenile and the Hot Boys, and her first major feature came on Juvenile's track called Third Ward. In 1997, she released her debut album under Cash Money. The project became a bounce music classic. Her track Monkey on the D blew up right after it dropped.
Cash Money Records, Monkey on it. It took off. She was doing shows all over.
Instantly, when we heard the record, I was like, you know what? This is going to be a hit. It started like a movement. You know, everybody was doing the dance and everybody knew her voice when they heard it.
It was huge. It was played on the radio every day, at every party, in every club.
She also collaborated with jive R&B artist Courtney Hart on a duet titled My Boy, a remix of a Jadakiss song.
Behind the scenes?
Yes, ma'am.
Access Green. Well, you know, guys, you know, I've come, you know, so far, and I can't even talk right now. No, we having fun on set, me and Magnolia Shorty, on the set of My Boy. Yeah. Come out!
Around the same time, she teamed up with Jada on her own track.
Boy, your boy Kiss, Magnolia Shorty, you know what I mean? She done took that smoking gun thing to another level, you heard me? Now you gonna hear me and her on there, it's only right. That's what I call real, recognizing real. You know what I mean? There ain't no charge, ain't no money involved, no lawyers, no paperwork. I see her out here grinding, I'ma help her elevate her grind. Cause that's what I do.
Known for her ability to flip a track or create something out of nothing, Magnolia brought a raw, inventive energy to every beat. Her originality and bounce-infused style helped shape one of the label's biggest hits, Bling Bling.
I'm Lil Weezy putting it down for CMO. Every time I come around your city, bling bling. Make it rain, heard about bitty bling bling.
Drop it like it's hot and bling bling. Got to be in like the hip hop dictionary.
Yes, it did. Bling Bling first.
Bling Bling.
Shout out Magnolia Shorty, rest in peace. That was a female artist for Cash Money. She helped me come up with that one.
And
the name of the line was, tell me what kind of nigga got diamonds that'll blind you. So I always rap my verse to somebody first before I do it. I rapped it to her. She was like, cool, but you need to do one of them little sound effects you do. You know, like Missy. You know, it's my favorite artist. And so she was like,
Missy's your favorite artist?
Yeah. Wow. She was like, I was like, I don't hear, where would it come in at? I was like, tell me what kind of nigga got diamonds that are blind. She was like, what sound diamonds make? I was like, bling. She was like, tell me what kind of nigga got diamonds that are bling blind. And so I did that, and that's when after I did that, Manny Fresh was like, that's a hook. You know, it started off just that line in the song. Right. Manny Fresh was like, that's a hook. We need that. He made me run it on the feet. Like, I need a faster beat. Wow. And he came back and it was bling, bling. Every time I come around, I say bling, bling. That's how it started.
Despite her growing, she never lost sight of her personal life. She found love with Carl Bridgewater, and the two eventually married. However, although she was married, her career continued to thrive. She performed at SXSW in 2009, gaining attention beyond Louisiana. And that same year, she won Best Bounce Song at the Underground Hip Hop Awards in New Orleans. Beyond the stage, she was deeply committed to giving back, often volunteering her time to mentor local youth and support community programs. Her presence and guidance have inspired a new generation, showing them what's possible through music.
Okay? You can't be shy or nothing. You just put your all into what you do, and that's gonna make you do it better. You can't be shy. You got to give it to them. You got to connect with your crowd. You got to put your crowd with you and let them know, like, I know what I'm doing. So y'all gonna rock with me. You heard me? All right.
By the start of 2010, she was actively working on her sophomore project under the Cash Money and Young Money label. Her star was rising and she was preparing for a national breakthrough. However, on December 20th, 2010, Magnolia tragically lost her life in a drive-by shooting at her own home.
We chilling in the sixth wall right now with Magnolia Shorty. What's good with you, baby?
Nothing cooling in here in the studio, about to get in there. You heard me, you already know.
So what you been working on?
My little new album about to hit. You heard me, Boss Blast Lady. You know what
That's what's up. You got any features on that thing you're doing?
Yeah, I got Birdman on that thing. I got Chaotic the Kid on that thing. I got B Jizzle on that thing. I got the twins, the Malicious, Shadine and Kareem on that thing. I got a few artists on that thing. Y'all check it out. Miss T. I got Nobi. I got Courtney Hart. I got a couple of people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, y'all heard it first. We in the sixth wall. Magnolia Shorty. Wish you the best, baby. We out.
On Monday, December 20th, 2010, just before 12:30 p.m., Magnolia was behind the wheel of her white Chevy Malibu, accompanied by her friend Jerome Man Hampton. At only 25, he was entangled in dangerous street conflicts, some of which Magnolia may not have fully understood. That day, she was preparing to travel to Miami for a Bounce Music Festival performance. She offered Man a ride. Before heading out, she made a quick stop at her apartment to grab something. As they exited the complex, slowing for speed bumps, they had no idea they were being watched. A white Crown Victoria slowly entered her gated complex, moving with quiet intent. Inside were Gregory Stewart, Terrius Oni, McCoy Walker, Rico Jackson, and Tyrone Knockham. The car was owned by Stewart's girlfriend, however, Tyrone was the one driving as the group was searching for Man. According to court transcripts, Tyrone was the only person in the vehicle who was unarmed. Nonetheless, as the vehicle came to a halt near the parked Malibu, its doors flew open. Stewart stepped out from the front passenger seat. While the others emerged from the back, they surrounded the Malibu with chilling precision. They then unleashed a terrible hail of bullets on her vehicle, even standing on top of the car and firing through the sunroof to make sure the duo were dead. According to police reports, more than 50 shell casings were found at the scene. Sadly, Magnolia, behind the wheel, attempted to escape, but her car surged forward and crashed into a wooden fence.
She was returning home in her gated community. Obviously, somebody knew that she would be in a car with Jerome Hampton. They knew they would be entering through that one specific site. It appears to be a targeted assassin.
When authorities arrived, they discovered both had sustained multiple gunshot wounds to the head and body. Reports indicated that she had been struck more than 26 times. Both were pronounced dead at the scene.
And I just collapsed. I cried, and I didn't want to get up when they tried to get me up because as long as I was on the ground, it felt like it was all a dream.
Although there were rumors that the incident was targeted, it took 3 years for those responsible to be held accountable. Gregory Stewart admitted to federal prosecutors as part of a plea deal that he was involved in a plot to kill Hampton, the intended target of the 39ers, an alliance of the 3NG and G strip gangs. Not Magnolia. She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, caught in a tragedy she had no part in. A month after Stewart cooperated, all the four, along with 9 others, were charged in a 45-count RICO indictment connected to the murders of Lowe, Hampton, and 10 additional victims.
We will use every weapon in our arsenal to bring them to justice.
Orleans Parish District Attorney Leon Canizero was firm as he described a 30-count racketeering indictment against 20 men in the 3NG gang. He says the group conspired to distribute illegal drugs and used violence to gain and maintain control over the area where it operated near 3rd Street in South Galvez.
They don't show any breaks to the people of this community. We're going to give them no breaks either.
Authorities say the 3NG gang is responsible for at least 10 murders in the last 5 years, including little Kiara Holmes, killed during a drive-by just before her 2nd birthday in late 2011.
Another baby killed at the ruthless, reckless, cowardly behavior of these gangs. The people of New Orleans has said enough is enough.
It took a while, but justice was served February 2017 when all were found guilty of gang conspiracy and murder. In July 2017, they were sentenced to mandatory minimum of life in prison. Though her life was tragically cut short, Magnolia Shorty's legacy continues to resonate. She was posthumously featured in Bones' Homegirl. Wobble Up by Chris Brown, and Drake's chart-topping hit, In My Feelings. In 2023, ABC News honored her during a segment celebrating 50 years of hip-hop, recognizing her enduring influence and cementing her status as a foundational figure whose impact transcends time and genre.
People used to jump on the mic before she get on the mic because when she get on it, it's over. She shut the whole club down. It's over.
She was a pioneer because she was original. She was authentic. She was a real one that held it down for New Orleans and for the Magnolia Project. And she just loved what she do too. You know, she loved her music.
You know what I'm saying? I just think, you know, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes that type of situation happen. You know, that's why, you know, you have to watch the company that you keep, you know, because like when the people come, they're not going to say, hold up, you know, they're not going to do that. So you got to watch who you hanging with these days, man, and make sure that their background is solid before you consider them as, you know, a friend, a business partner, or whoever, you feel me?
Recognizing her enduring influence and cementing her status as a foundational figure whose impact transcends time and genre. This is absolutely devastating. I will continue to keep my thoughts and prayers with the family and friends. Stories like this, I just shake my head because I cannot stand when people with so much promise lose their life. It makes absolutely no sense, and to know that she was haunted that day because who she was with is even more devastating. I have been a fan of her music since I've heard her first record. There are probably some videos on YouTube you could probably see me dance in middle school and high school, because her songs doesn't just dominate hip-hop, it also dominates cheer and dance. Everybody in All-Star and competition cheerleading was using her music, so she isn't just an influential person in the music industry, but also in sports. Again, remember the life lessons that you learned from these videos. You all, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below. Let's please respect the victim and the family in the comments. You already know I love you dearly. Thank you so much for watching, and with that being said, please don't forget to check on your loved ones.